So the offensive line, this is going to be harder to break down just because there was a lot of shifting this year due to bad play, injuries, and so on and so forth. So um, let's. I'm gonna try to break it down as best I can. So let's get into this. So at left tackle, beginning of the year, we had Geron Christian Sr. Left guard was Wes Martin. Center was Chase Roulier. Right guard, Brandon Sheriff. Right tackle, Morgan Moses. Now, the main concern for this year was that left side because that left side really didn't have established guys. In the offseason, Trent Williams went out, wanted a trade out of DC because he had issues with the previous regime, I guess. He also wanted Dan Snyder, the owner, out because even when he was talking to Ron Rivera, he didn't want anything to do with Washington. So, we were stuck with guys who were either, were still raw at the position, like Geron Christian, who really was a turntable, really couldn't, protect for all it was worth. He was bad at that position. So we had to, change a lot of things. And the big change was putting Cornelius Lucas there at left tackle. And then, of course, Wes Martin, because he was also a young guy. He wasn't, prepared and wasn't ready. Like I said, no preseason for this year. So they couldn't take a look at what was right, for the team. So they put Wes Martin in there, but he also became a bad choice. So what do? They put in Wes Schweitzer. And that made our offensive line, when they made those two changes, it made a huge difference. Now, unfortunately, our fourth round draft pick that we ended up picking up from the 49ers, that we ended up using on what's this guy's name? Sadiq Charles, there we go. Sadiq Charles went down with an injury, so I really can't grade him either. Because he only played one or two games, and then because he was on and off the injury list. So unfortunately, I can't grade him. But hopefully next year we get to see him at either left guard or left tackle. He was playing good enough in the left guard position. Can he play good at the left tackle position? We're gonna have to wait and see. Or maybe we just keep him at left guard. But after that injury to Sadiq Charles, the offensive line had to go through a lot of changes. Like I said, they decided to put Cornelius Lucas and Wes Schweitzer in at the left side. And when they did that, our offensive line went from bad to okay. Not great, not good, not great, but okay. Good enough for running, good enough for protection. Unfortunately, Washington did not or does not have a mobile quarterback. So a lot of the sacks was either Dwayne Haskins holding on to the ball too long, Alex Smith holding on to the ball too long. So the offensive line did the best that they could. It was solid for what Washington needed it to be. And I'm gonna give the offensive line a D plus to a C because of the turntables that was Wes Martin and what's this guy's name? Geron Christian Sr. So unfortunately, because of those two players, the offensive line, I'm gonna just give them a D plus to a C because as the season progressed and as soon as Washington found their guys in Wes Schweitzer and Cornelius Lucas, they were able to establish themselves. Now, Washington would need to find either a legit left tackle, because here's the thing, and this is why I give them a C. It's because that right side actually made all the difference. You know, Morgan Moses was known for getting penalties off of holding. It was holding, 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 holding throughout his career. With no fans in the stands, the holding penalties for Morgan Moses and him freezing up did not happen this year. So that right side with Brandon Sheriff, who's a free agent because he was playing on the franchise tag, and Morgan Moses, and even the center, Chase Roulier, played very well. That left side is what's concerning, something that needs to be corrected or addressed during the offseason, either via, again, like I said, draft or free agency, which, like I said, I'm going to be going over free agents for the offensive line. So next up, guys, I'm going to leave off the season review videos here. If you guys want to know more, tune in next week to talk more about season in review. It's going to be all about the defense next week. Okay? Next up, I'm going to be breaking down Dwayne Haskins' new destination and the general manager hiring. So those are two things that are coming up next.